Does your furry friend take over your bed every night? It's time to reclaim your space while giving them the comfort they deserve with the coldest, cozy dog bed. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to buy now on Amazon.
The daughter of a man shot dead by his estranged wife celebrated the news that her former stepmom was found guilty of manslaughter on Tuesday. Ashley Benefield was handed the verdict following 7 hours of jury deliberations in Florida on Tuesday, Fox 13 reports. The 32-year-old former dancer, whose case was known as the Black Swan murder trial, had been charged with second-degree murder in the shooting of her estranged husband, Doug Benefield, 59, in September 2020. But the jury ruled that she was acting in self-defense when she fired the weapon at her mother's home in Lakewood Ranch, contradicting the prosecution's assertion that the shooting was premeditated. Still, Eva Benefield, Doug's 23-year-old daughter from a previous marriage, seemed elated by the verdict. "After 4 years of waiting, my dad got the justice he deserves," she said in a TikTok video following the verdict. She added that she will have a lot more things to say about the weeks-long trial once she gathers her thoughts. As the verdict was read in court on Tuesday, Ashley showed no emotion before she was taken away. The judge overseeing her case revoked her $100,000 bond and remanded her to the custody of the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. She now faces a 15-year maximum prison sentence in Florida, but would have faced 25 years to life behind bars if she had been convicted of second-degree manslaughter. A sentencing hearing will be scheduled at a later date. Eva previously testified that her father and Ashley were just with each other all the time, in the early days of their relationship. They were lovey-dovey, PDA all the time. They never left each other's side, she said. The two had met at Ben Carson's home in Palm Beach, Florida in August 2016. She had been campaigning for then-Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. They were married just 13 days later. Within just 1 year of marriage, Doug, a retired naval flight officer, helped Ashley achieve her dream of starting a ballet company, using his own money and contacts. He acted as the CEO of the company, while Ashley took on the role as executive director. But, shortly after the company's founding, it was sued by dancers and choreographers who alleged their contracts were breached when they were fired just weeks after their hiring. Doug also reversed his vasectomy, and Ashley became pregnant 3 months later. That is when everything changed, Assistant State Attorney Suzanne O'Donnell argued in court. She said Ashley moved from their home in South Carolina to Bradenton to live with her mother as she started to experience morning sickness, and from that point on, she never lived with Doug again. They continued a long-distance relationship when she first moved to Florida and continued trying to keep together in communication, but about the same time as the ballet company collapses, Ashley Benefield starts complaining against the victim, O'Donnell told jurors. She began accusing Doug of poisoning her and of non-physical domestic violence. But detectives from the Manatee County Sheriff's Office conducted a 5-week investigation and were unable to find any evidence to support her claims of abuse. Prosecutors tried to paint the picture that Ashley killed Doug in a last-ditch effort to gain custody of their daughter, who was 2 years old at the time of the shooting. This is a case about a woman who, early on in her pregnancy, decided she wanted to be a single mother, O'Donnell argued in her opening statement. She did not want the father of this child to have any visitation. "This is a long story. This was a custody battle this mother would win at all costs, and the cost was the life of Doug Benefield." But defense attorneys argued that Doug was abusive to Ashley. Neil Taylor told the jury that he once fired a handgun into a kitchen ceiling in an attempt to get Ashley to stop talking, threw a loaded gun at her, punched their dog in the face, knocking it unconscious, and regularly carried a concealed firearm that was ready to fire. He also claimed that after Ashley and Doug were separated, he illegally tracked her, often following without her consent and even driving from out of state to keep tabs on her. At least once, Doug allegedly stood in a neighbor's backyard in the middle of the night to get a glimpse of her. The couple had even obtained a court order in South CA.